Chapter 7, looking at the major biomes of the world. So there are these different terrestrial ecosystems, and we call those biomes. And the major ones are tundra, tropical forest, temperate rainforest, temperate forests, the taiga, temperate grasslands, savannas, chaparral, and deserts. And you can see down here with this diagram and where they're distributed across the globe. Biomes are named after the dominant vegetation that's associated with these areas. Biomes are dependent on two overwhelming factors: average temperature and average precipitation, determining the climate of these areas. The three major biomes are the desert, grasslands, and forests. Biomes are regions with similar climate, soil, plants, and animals, and their boundaries are usually determined by climate or climate boundaries. They encompass interacting ecosystems, and the level of ecological organization is that at which is above the ecosystem, the biome. Some of the abiotic factors that influence biome structure are wildfire, floods, elevation, and droughts. The first biome that we're going to look at is the tundra, also known as the Arctic tundra. And the Arctic tundra is located at the highest latitude, northern latitude, on the Earth. The tundra has very harsh winters, very short summers. Little precipitation, only 10 to 25 centimeters per year. The soil contains a layer of permafrost, that's permanently frozen ground. Soils are nutrient poor and have very little organic litter. Permafrost usually limits the deep roots, how deep roots can go, and in turn limits the plant growth. There's low species richness and also low gross primary productivity in the tundra. Common plants that are found in the tundra are mosses, lichen, grasses, and sages. And one thing that you can determine in the tundra just by looking at it from all other biomes is that there are no trees. As you can see here from this picture here, no trees, just smaller types of plants. Common animals, we have lemmings, wolves, weasels, Arctic foxes, snowshoe hares, snow owls, and musk oxen. Also polar bears. There are a dozen types of bird species that migrate north in the summer to nest and feed on the abundant insects that lay dormant in a larval stage during the winters. Here you can see a tundra food chain. Who's at the top? Yeah, you got these Arctic wolves, polar bears, Arctic fox, and then you can also see other top consumers, birds of prey, different types of seals. You can see my secondary consumers, possibly consuming insects, primary consumers, those that are consuming on the producers, my different grass shrubs, mosses, lichens. Human impacts on the tundra. Tundra regenerates very slowly after it's been disturbed. Long-lasting injury, like persist of hundreds of years, have been done in large portions of the Arctic tundra and results of oil and natural gas exploration. As you can see here, oil, and then we have a pipeline as well. Northern Alaska has a lot of oil and natural gas exploration that has done quite a bit of damage to the tundra. Right, the next biome is the taiga, or the boreal forests. The taiga covers approximately 11% of the Earth's land, mainly over North America and Eurasia. Winters are extremely cold, but not as harsh as the tundra. There's very little precipitation, a little more than the tundra, but only about 50 centimeters per year. The soil is very acidic and mineral poor, and this is because of partly decomposed pine needles and spruce needles at the surface, making it acidic. The taiga, got a picture down here of what it commonly looks like. Plants that can be found there: black and white spruces, balsam firs, eastern larches, and other conifers, which mean cone-bearing evergreens or cone-bearing plants. Common animals: caribou, wolves, bears, mooses. These are the larger of them. Smaller could be rodents, rabbits, lynx, sable, and minks. Most species of birds are abundant in the summer but migrate to warmer climates for the winter. Looking at a taiga food web here, and you can see where are my producers. Yeah, down below we've got our producers here, and then our primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers. You can see the different types of owls, foxes, snakes, skunks. There are insects that, like in the tundra, are dormant during the winter in the larval stage, but then come out as an adult in the summer stages. Caribou, deer, different types of rabbits, porcupines, moose. So got a taiga food web. So in the boreal forests of the taiga, some human impacts. It's not very well suited for agriculture because of the poor soil and short growing season. But lumber is a huge thing that we extract from the taiga. Also, we get pulpwood for paper products, animal furs, and other types of forest products come from the taiga. Currently, the taiga is the world's primary source of industrial wood and wood fiber. And extensive logging to certain boreal forests has occurred. You can see here this clear-cutting section from this picture that I took in Alaska. And you can see how they float the wood down the streams like this guy's writing on here.